Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another modded weapon guide here on Borderlands 2. Today I am back and we've got a brand new weapon modder to review today, who has just released his first weapon and I've just come across it. He is called Beep Boop Joe and his first weapon is this that we are testing out right now. It is called the Magneto and it is a modded sniper rifle. Which is actually quite good, quite intricate as well for a first mod from you know, a guy whose first weapon this is. These bullets are very unique that come out of this thing and adapt to different situations, enemy shields, flesh, that kind of thing, and I'm pretty impressed with it. It's a very balanced weapon and it's in no way overpowered whatsoever. You've got to be smart about what shots you take and how you take them. Speaking of smart, yeah, slowish firing weapon and not powerful, and I'm taking on Sky Hunters, which doesn't go too well because I just can't shoot them quick enough. But hey, just struggle with that battle and try and get through it. But yeah, really enjoyed this weapon. Like I said, new guy, and for his first weapon, very impressed. So I'll be doing the full review today of this, and let you guys know all the changes made and what you need to actually get it to turn into this. But yeah, like I said, this is the Magneto, which I'm guessing is the X-Men reference, and maybe a series of weapons will be coming of X-Men references. So let's get on with the guide, and as always I'll start off by showing you guys exactly where to get this weapon. So of course you can click on the link in the description which will take you straight to it, or you can head over to the Borderlands 2 community GitHub and click on Borderlands 2 mods. From there head over to Beep Boop Joe's section, which is just there right near the top, and as you can see one weapon in there called the Magneto. Click on that, there will bring up the weapons information page for everything you need to know. All you've got to do is click on the raw tab and then right click save as and save into your Borderlands 2 binaries folder. Remember what you've saved it as, because then you can log into the game and then open the console command up and execute magneto.txt in my case, and that will change the gun into the Magneto, which you can see right here. Has a nice slowish firing pattern with some good small unique bullets. This is what it looks like on the overview. It says you dare face the master of magnetism with metal bones. So definitely a Magneto reference there from X-Men. So I'm going to continue the killing in a sec through Southern Shelf Bay and let you guys know exactly all the information you need to know, as well as what I think of this weapon. So this is made by Beep Boop Joe, as I've said, and it's called the Magneto. Shout out to Greensos and Angrier Pat for a huge amount of help with starting out with these mods. That's three pretty good modders right there that have helped him. So this is pretty much a reason why this, for a first weapon, is so good. Couple of warnings: it'll break Dahl E-Tech assault rifles unless you're using Eridium's Dahl fixes. It'll break the Thunderbolt fists unless you're using Aaron 0000's harder reboot mod, and also adds a tiny bit of damage to normal singularity pulls. The Magneto replaces the Morning Star with a mutant-themed electric-only sniper rifle. So if you're going to be giving in yourself a Morning Star, I'm not sure if it automatically changes any weapon into shock, but just to be safe, I would just give yourself in a shock Morning Star just to keep this how it was meant to be played. While it's just as good as the regular old shock Morning Star versus flesh, if the shields or armour are on an enemy, you can show off your mutant pulling abilities, which you'll see examples of when we get ourselves ironclad lunatics and people like that. Like I said earlier on, there's some very unique bullets for this weapon, and they do come into play later on. So this removes normal Morning Star behaviour. In other words, it shuts it the hell up, because the one thing everyone knows, a bit like the noisiness of the Bane, the only other really annoying weapon in this game is the Morning Star, because that bitch will not shut up. So that completely removes that and keeps this thing nice and quiet, luckily. This now shoots new E-Tech magnet blasts that pierce enemies and move slightly slower. which again is quite interesting. So these enemies will have movement speed decrease when hit by these magnet blasts. On impact with shields, magnetic projectiles cause a disruptive explosion, and on impact with armour or robots, the magnetic forces also create a singularity as well as an explosion. So this guy really has thought of everything. Here you go, look, Ironclad Lunatic, you'll see right now, when shooting him, it will actually pull, singularity pulls, there you go. Any enemies near that pull will be drawn into him, and again, if using this with Zero, it's perfect for trying to set up a couple of bores, because you can sit there shooting armoured enemies, it's pulling any enemy near it towards it, and then all of a sudden, if it hits, pulls the enemy behind it or in front of it, you've got yourself some extra bore damage as well. So that is a really, really good addition, and very handy when killing multiple enemies. If you take this to loaded areas, you can just bore them all day long, which is very handy. Here's another example, look, with some enemies, it's taking them, pulling them together, and I'm able to bore. And look, we have another one as well. This guy gives me a bit of trouble with his bloody axe, so I need to get out of here before I die. And finally, it features a new paint job. So there you go, guys, that is all the information you need to know about this weapon, and luckily I think I managed to get myself up here with a couple of bores. There you go, there's an example. You can see just there, get the lunatic near you, and anything behind it gets bored. It's awesome, really good. So definitely recommend using this on a Sniper Zero character more than anything. It will do well with all other characters, but especially a Sniper Zero, you're going to get the full benefits of this. One thing I really do like about this weapon, especially in the descriptions of it, where he's saying about new E-Tech magnet blasts, magnetic projectiles, it's all revolved around the theme. He's put a lot of thought into this for sure, and if you know your X-Men universe, you will know the references, and definitely know that Magneto has the ability to pull, move metal objects, anything, even the tiniest fragments, and use them to his advantage, and you can do this a little bit with this weapon. So very, very well thought of, and a brilliant starting weapon from Beatbop Joe. So definitely looking forward to seeing what else he has to come up with. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed, let me know what you think of this down in the comments below if you give it a try. But for now, that is it, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.